It is the summer of 1984 in the flatlands of eastern Kansas. Paula Godfrey is 19 years old, fresh out of high school, and looking to land her first job. She answers an ad in the local paper. A man named John Robinson offers her a position. The catch, Paula must attend a training seminar out of town. On August 23rd, the young woman hops into a car with Robinson. It is the last time Paula Godfrey's parents will see their daughter alive. January 1985. Lisa Stacy is 19 years old, with a 5-month-old named Tiffany, no husband, and no way to support herself. Again, John Robinson comes to the rescue. Working through a local outreach group, Robinson offers Stacy money and sets her up in a motel. Lisa checks into the Roadway Inn on January 7th, 1985, and checks out on January 10th. The bill is settled by Robinson, and Lisa Stacy, like Paula Godfrey before her, disappears, this time with her 5-month-old daughter in tow.
There was a very good possibility that Mr. Robinson was in fact a serial killer.
Marty Ingram is a detective sergeant with Overland Park. In the spring of 1987, the department takes a call about Catherine Clampett, another woman who took a job with Robinson. Another woman now gone missing.
There were numerous females that had answered some ads in the newspaper regarding an opportunity to start a new life, whether that be in modeling, being an assistant, some type of a rouge to get females to meet him, and this would be the last time that they would be seen.
For 6 years, Robinson allows the community to grow comfortable with his presence. Then the serial killer begins to stir, and women once again begin to vanish. The first to notice, a cop who knows Robinson all too well. Keith O'Neill is a captain in the Overland Park PD and works the point on John Robinson's surveillance. His job, follow the suspect around town and see what he does with his day.
From 8:30 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, he would be out. He would meet other females. We found out about some girlfriends that he had. But by 5 o'clock, virtually every day, he was home when his wife got home. They had dinner together, and he looked like an all-American family after 5 o'clock each day.
O'Neill discovers Robinson has women set up in a string of hotels throughout the area. One of them, the Extended Stay Hotel. Detective Mike Lowther is assigned to cover the location.
On a particular day, one local hotel did call us and informed us that he had made a reservation and that a woman had checked into the room that he had reserved.
The detectives rent a room adjoining Robinson's and wait for their suspect to arrive. When he does, investigators press their ears to the wall and listen as Robinson explains to the woman what he would like her to do.
At first, the conversation was very cordial. It was basically an introduction to her of the BDSM lifestyle, kind of the rules that govern it.
Detectives in the room adjacent to Robinson are in a difficult spot, not sure if they are listening to an argument over rough sex or a prelude to murder.
We'd hear, screaming, slapping. If that was any normal situation, we probably would have broke down the door. Under this one, we had to hold off and make a decision how much screaming was someone in trouble and how much of it was part of the BDSM lifestyle.
The surveillance team decides to sit tight, believing the woman to be safe and unwilling to blow their cover. They make the right decision. Robinson exits the hotel, and the woman eventually checks out, apparently unharmed. A month later, the woman, identified by detectives as Vicki Neufeld, turns up again, filing a complaint against Robinson for stealing a bag filled with her favorite sex toys. Another of Robinson's sex slaves also comes forward, claiming Robinson played a little too rough in one of their encounters. Detectives believe these women might be the break they are looking for.
When those two women came forward and wanted to press charges, that was the linchpin that put the case together. Everything that we had up to that point was pretty circumstantial, but when they came forward with actual charges against him, it opened the door for us to go ahead with the search warrants, and that led to his arrest.
On June 2nd, 2000, a judge grants an arrest warrant for John Robinson on a charge of battery. He also signs a slew of search warrants on Robinson's home, his rural farmland property, and his storage lockers. The team will look for Vicki Neufeld's sex toys, but hopes to find evidence of much more.
A judge steps into the serial killings investigation before charges are even filed.
He's put a gag order on all the major players in the Johnny Robinson case. Robinson remains jailed in Olathe, suspected in the murder of 5 women. Their bodies were found in barrels on his Lynn County farm and in a storage locker in Raymore.
With bodies being found across the countryside, John Robinson suddenly becomes big news. He refuses to talk to police, is arraigned on 5 counts of murder, and sits in a county jail awaiting trial. Meanwhile, the strange case of the Kansas serial killer is about to take yet another twist. On the outskirts of Chicago, 15-year-old Heather Tiffany Robinson sits in front of her computer, confused. Her Uncle John has just been arrested for murder, a fact the teenager finds hard to accept. She accesses a website on the case and pulls up photos of Robinson's suspected victims. One is of a baby, believed to be the missing daughter of a woman Robinson allegedly murdered. The woman is Lisa Stacy, the baby Heather recognizes as herself. Investigators traveled to Chicago and learned that in 1985, John Robinson sold a baby to his brother Donald and Donald's wife Frida. That baby grew up to be Heather. In fact, police recover a picture, taken they suspect just hours after Robinson killed Stacy. It's a family photo. John Robinson is in the front row. On his knee, Lisa Stacy's infant.
John Robinson's got that baby and posing for pictures in his house with that baby bouncing on his knee with his brother and sister-in-law there who have come down to Chicago to get their new adopted baby. He told them that through his connections in the community, he'd been able to find this baby whose mother had committed suicide in a hotel room.
Lisa Stacy's murder is added to the list of charges Robinson faces. A set of crimes for which the state of Kansas is prepared to seek the death penalty.
I have never prosecuted anybody in my 24 years as a prosecutor that was more deserving of the death penalty than John Robinson. It is impossible to describe or to estimate the amount of suffering John Robinson has inflicted on other people throughout his lifetime. We're successful in convicting him of everything, and in the penalty phase, the jury rolled with us and decided to recommend the death sentence, which the judge gave him.
The killer is removed from death row only long enough to face 3 more counts of murder in the state of Missouri for the deaths of Bev Bonner and Sheila and Debbie Faith, each found in a barrel inside Robinson's storage locker. Robinson pleads guilty to murdering all 3 and also pleads guilty to the homicides of 2 Overland Park women, Paula Godfrey in 1984 and Catherine Clampett in 1987. Robinson, however, refuses to reveal how he killed them or where their bodies might be found. Finally, he is returned to death row, the investigation over, the killing finally stopped.